Jim Harbaugh, he's a better fit in the NFL and did a reputable and decent job with the 49ers.
Oh, he did a great job.
I think that's where he belongs. A guy like Harbaugh, who played for Bo and played a while ago, I'm not saying the game has passed him by, but sometimes coaches are better fit for the NFL. And now I think even more so with NIL, you got to pay your players. I've heard coaches say, look, I need $13 million to make sure we have a decent offensive line or something like that. You got to pay your players, transfer portal, you got to recruit your players. And for coaches that have coached in the NFL with success like Harbaugh, I can't imagine doing that. I think it's just exhausting for someone like him to just have to keep going through all of that every year. The turnover, the transfers, the NIL, who's getting paid, who's not getting paid. Locker rooms are not easy to navigate right now for coaches. I've talked to coaches that have said, because you're not getting paid for play, you're getting paid for $3 million from a car dealer and insurance and the boosters, and you come out and suck for 3 or 4 weeks, and you're not playing. And it's like suddenly, why is he getting $3 million and I'm not getting jack? That's a really hard thing for basketball coaches and football coaches right now to navigate. Is their locker room, is that jealousy, who's getting paid, how much are they getting paid? I'm with you. Harbaugh, this is it. I think he's back in the NFL where he probably belongs and probably will have more success.
Dabo Swinney, who's been a huge mouth when it comes to the NIL deals and his thoughts of players making money. Meanwhile, this guy's making $10, $11 million from Clemson, and he shouldn't be bitching about anything. As a matter of fact, he should be very happy for his players.
When you hear a coach or even an athletic director complaining about NIL and players getting paid and transfer portal and there's no loyalty anymore. I mean, the University of Washington athletic director just left for USC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? It's 13.
She is it 13?
13. Yep, Clemson favored by 13.
Oh, see, I don't even follow.
I would put money on that. I'm going to put money on that game. I'm going to let everybody know.
I don't follow the lines or whatever, but that would be my guess on that game. 2 touchdowns. But no, I mean, look, athletic directors, coaches, they'll leap at the best offer at a moment's notice and leave without any worries or any thoughts of, I know they'll say, hey, I told the guys and I told the team, hang in there, all that. But there's no, if the executives that run the sport, if the coaches that coach the sport can come and go as they please and chase the dollar as much as they do and are compensated as much as a guy like he is, then there's no way you have any grounds to begrudge the players getting what they can get. There certainly needs to be some guardrails at some point.
Of course.
And I think we all agree on that. But with different state laws and different.
Rich, my question. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no.
What are your thoughts to the whole Archie Manning thing? Because the only reason why he went to Texas was money under the table. Everybody knows it. I mean, this kid probably got $7-8 million to go to Texas because he could have went to Alabama, he could have went to Georgia, he could have went to LSU, he could have went to any of those teams.
But that's happening everywhere, not to maybe to that extent in terms of the amount. That's happened. I mean, I've talked to basketball coaches and football coaches who have had a player that was a 15-point scorer in basketball or a all-conference corner or whatever. And the player walks into the coach's office and said, Coach, the coaching staff from state just called and said it's $4 million if I come. Can you match that or can you come close? And the coach at that school is like, I can't match that. I can't. I don't have our boosters or our city or whatever. We don't have the ability to match that money. And look, there are kids and players that come from homes and come from families that need help and need that money. And so you don't begrudge the player for leaving. Arch Manning's situation is I mean, it's alarming because of the amount, but it's not anything that's not happening with offensive linemen, rush ends, cover corners in other places. Coaches, it's all out in the open now. It's not like some bag man is calling the kid and saying, hey, we can get you this and we can get you that. It's that, it's coaching staff. It's out in the open.